End of the day, Tesla has a best-in-class product. They're the best at manufacturing. They can drive costs down the quickest. And look, they've shown an ability to figure out what consumers are going to want long before GM, Ford, Stellantis, and everybody else. And I think that's going to continue. I don't want to comment on whether his comment was anti-Semitic or not. I don't know if that's important, but I don't think the consumer at the end of the day is going to hold the CEO's comments in their, what I call a purchase decision of whether to buy a Tesla. I could be wrong, but that to me at the end of the day is what's the most important to think about.
Are you interested in Tesla or the future of technology? If yes, then this is one video you don't want to miss. If you thought 2023 was the best year for Tesla, well, think again, because 2024 is going to be a whole new level.
The last conference call Tesla had was one of the most morbid I've ever heard, and I've been covering the stock for a long time. And what that did was it resulted in estimates for next year, for 2024, coming down. So Tesla's always had this aspirational goal of growing its units by 50% a year. The good news is that now consensus is about 20%. So people have already factored in this reduction in an outlook for 2024. So we'll see what they have to say about demand. We're at about a little bit less than 2.3 million units. The street's about a little bit less than 2.2, and we'll see where they end up. But ultimately, what people are looking to is not what happened this year or might not even happen next year. It's the earnings growth outlook for 2025 and beyond. And we're close to $10 in earnings in 2025, probably more than that in 2026 and 2027, hopefully. And what we assume is obviously a lot of unit growth, but also a return to mid-20s gross margin. And over time, we think that margin has significant upside as they upsell full self-driving software to all the vehicles that are out there in the marketplace.
George, when you talk to investors, is there a subset that say, George, we appreciate your bullish take, we get it, we like what Tesla's working on, but we are not real fans of Elon Musk and how he has just come out here on various social issues, and we are concerned about how this company might fare over the next few years because of what Musk does with X, SpaceX, whatever is the case. What do you tell them right now?
Well, so he is without a doubt a controversial figure and says some things people don't like and says other things that people do like, but that hasn't changed in over 10 years. I recall, when people thought the company was going to go bankrupt in the late 2010s, he gave interviews where, he cried to a reporter. He smoked marijuana on the Joe Rogan podcast. So this ain't new news. He's who you have to take in to invest in Tesla stock. And thankfully, he's done an incredible job. I mean, he's being compared to Steve Jobs, right? And he's probably the tech titan of the last century. So look, people know who you're dealing with when you invest in Tesla. It's not new news. He's all over the place. We're fans, but that's for us to do. Ultimately, what matters with stocks, what matters is earnings growth. And we think there's a lot of earnings growth ahead for the company.
Tesla is changing the world of transportation, energy, and even neuroscience. This is a company that is known for their innovative products and bold vision, and it's starting to look like 2024 will be the year that Tesla grows beyond expectations. Today, we're going to uncover the secrets of Tesla's success, the challenges it faces, and the surprises it will likely reveal. From its gigantic gigafactories to its advanced solar roofs and the enigmatic Cybertruck, it's evident that Tesla is not just a car company, but it's a driver of change. We'll also look closer at what 2024 could potentially look like for Tesla, as well as what the company could achieve in the coming years. To give you a clearer picture of what Tesla will achieve in 2024, we'll take a look at Tesla's potential performance in key areas of its business, as well as a few factors that may affect Tesla's stock price this year. So, without any delay, let's get started.
We turn to Sam Stovall, CFRA Research Chief Investment Strategist, a great guy with stats on the market as well. Sam, it is great to see you. I want to start where we were just talking about, what Josh was just talking about. That is this broadening of the rally that we have started to see. Do you think that continues? And does it indeed mean that more gains are coming here into 2024?
Hey, Julie and Josh, good to talk to you two again. Yes, I think that 2024 is going to be a surprisingly good year. Historically, good years follow great years. We've actually seen an improvement in the average price change by 200 basis points, an improvement by 10 percentage points in terms of frequency of advance after a 20+% gain. So that's the first thought. Second thought is this is the election year. First term administrations, usually they're up about 15.5% on a total return basis, with every one of those years being positive. So again, another positive indication. I think we might, however, be getting a little bit overbought in terms of percent of sub-industries above their 50-day, stocks above their 50-day, the CNN greed fear factor being at extreme greed levels, et cetera. So I think maybe a post all-time high pause. But as Josh said, nothing really to fear because the next decline of 5% or more will probably come about 10% after a continued advance and would not likely lead into a new bear market.
So Sam, maybe some near-term overbought here, but looking ahead, some potential strong tailwinds. I am interested, Sam, after you've seen the rally like this, how does valuation look to you? Does that still look attractive even at these levels?
Well, at 20 times forward 12-month earnings for the S&P 500, it is higher than the long-term average, which is about 17. But I think because investors are anticipating an end to the rate tightening program, expecting to see the first cut, the street is looking for the first quarter. I think that the Fed's going to wait until the second quarter. But still, the market tends to advance about 14% in that 11-month period between the last rate hike and the first rate cut.
Tesla is a company that has been disrupting the automotive industry for more than a decade. But what if we told you that 2024 is set to be Tesla's most amazing year yet? There is a lot happening in the EV industry right now, but despite all that, Tesla's still got a strong position in the auto industry. In terms of innovation, features, and pricing, Tesla still leads the way, and it's going to keep doing so for a long time. Hey guys, welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. As we explore the reasons why Tesla is ready to dominate the market, the obstacles it's going to overcome, and the innovations it's going to bring to the world are all things that we have to think about. But it is important to remember one thing, and that is that Tesla still has a lot of potential to grow. From the automaker's ambitious plans to launch a network of self-driving robotaxis to its groundbreaking battery tech that will enable cheaper and longer-range electric vehicles, Tesla's not just a car company but a force of change. So why will Tesla have an amazing 2024? Let's find out. But before we do, if you like this type of content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to keep up to date on everything going on with Tesla. In April last year, the IEA reported that global sales of electric cars are expected to reach a new record this year, increasing their share of the total car market to almost 1/5 and leading a major transformation of the auto industry that has implications for the energy sector, especially oil. The latest edition of the IEA's annual Global Electric Vehicle Outlook shows more than 10 million electric cars were sold worldwide in 2022, and that sales are projected to grow by another 35% this year to reach 14 million. This rapid growth means that electric cars' share of the total car market has increased from around 4% in 2020 to about 14% in 2022. And it's expected to rise further to 18% this year based on the latest IEA forecast. Exponential growth in the EV sales is all starting to change the auto sector faster than currently anticipated, with EVs set to dominate global car sales by the end of the decade, threatening nearly half of worldwide oil demand. The only issue, however, could be the affordability of these cars, which is where Tesla has got a significant market edge. Tesla has a huge advantage over other automakers in terms of innovation, technology, brand value, and customer loyalty. The automaker is constantly creating new features and products that attract the growing market of EV buyers, like the Cybertruck, the Model Y, and the full self-driving software. But besides this strong brand identity, Tesla is also working to lower car prices, giving it a competitive edge over its rivals, who are finding it hard to keep up with Tesla's speed and innovation. Alongside Tesla's efforts to lower car prices, positive changes in federal EV tax credits could also make things a bit more exciting. If by 2024 this EV tax credit thing is revised and more Tesla cars qualify for tax credits, then Tesla can sell more cars and have more shares of this growing EV market. And then there's the part of legacy automakers potentially losing their market shares. It is becoming increasingly evident that the United States EV sector is Tesla's playground and everyone else is playing by their rules. Thanks to its head start in the industry and quick pace of innovation, Tesla's lead in the EV sector has become very prominent. So prominent that rival automakers are starting to look like niche EV makers that only produce low-volume cars. Tesla has so many things that it could lead the market with. For one, the automaker has created a supercharger network that provides convenient and fast charging options for customers across the US and the world. These superchargers can charge a Tesla in minutes, while other EV charging stations take hours. Tesla's supercharger network also creates a sense of community and exclusivity among their owners, who can access the network for free or at a low cost. And then there's the Cybertruck.
As we increasingly look at Tesla, almost more so as a tech company than a car company here, what does that mean in terms of expectations for next year and how it's positioning itself?
Well, they've got the Cybertruck coming, which a lot of people would love to think is going to tap into this highly profitable, massive volume truck market that Ford and Chevrolet and Dodge and Ram have been benefiting from for decades. I don't know if that's really going to work because the truck is very expensive and it looks like it's not very profitable for them, and it looks like they're going to take a while to ramp production. So I feel like they're not going to just be this natural. Plus, we've seen a lot of people in the truck market kind of pull back on buying these trucks when they started using them as real trucks. They didn't seem as attractive. What I would say is kind of Tesla's ace in the hole or ace in the PowerPoint maybe is the supercharger network. That was a brilliant move for Elon to invest in that. Now we're seeing all the other car companies transition to the plug type that he's got in that supercharger network, and he's starting to open it up to other companies and other cars.
Tesla's commitment to innovation is evident in every facet of the Cybertruck, from its exoskeleton design to bulletproof windows. This electric powerhouse showcases Tesla's unrelenting pursuit of pushing boundaries. However, while the Cybertruck is one of the most anticipated EVs on the market, it also faces some significant challenges in terms of production and profitability. Even Elon Musk has warned that the Cybertruck won't be profitable until 2025, and that it's going to require immense work to reach volume production at an affordable price. So here are some factors we think could affect the Cybertruck's profitability. First up, the price cuts that Tesla's been implementing to boost its sales and compete with other automakers, which have reduced the automaker's operating margin, and it measures how efficiently sales are turned into profits. This has gone from 17.2% in the third quarter of 2022 to 7.6% in the same period of 2023. Second, there were increased expenses related to the Cybertruck's development, as well as other projects like the AI-trained humanoid robot. Likewise, there are also technical difficulties when it comes to scaling up production of a vehicle like the Cybertruck, which has a lot of new technology and features. The Cybertruck has some very impressive features, like the stainless steel exoskeleton, armored glass, and the adaptive air suspension. Even Elon Musk has said that the Cybertruck is potentially Tesla's best product ever, and also the most challenging one.
Targets that Tesla has really had to answer questions for, and quite frankly, on some of the both model side and even delivery of targets that they've set forward for the amount of vehicles that they might produce one day, they've missed on some of those targets. So for the bull perspective here, where do you still have to grapple with the missing of targets that Tesla continues to showcase?
Look, they've missed some near-term targets throughout the history of the company, without a doubt. They've actually beat some too. But when Elon Musk talks, when he's giving his goals to the world, it's not just for me and you and for investors. He's trying to inspire the 3, 4, 5 companies that he's the CEO of and he navigates. So he has to set those aspirational goals. And even if they haven't hit them all the time, I mean, look where the company's come from, basically nothing, 10 to 15 years ago. So he has to be an inspiring figure and set targets that ultimately the company will hit. Look, he said himself, sometimes he's late, but he always gets there. And even with full self-driving, there's an incredible amount of skepticism that this company will accomplish what it wants to. We think he will. We think the company will. They've taken a completely different approach relative to other companies in the marketplace. They use cameras only, and they're using neural networks only, which means that they're relying completely on AI to navigate their vehicles. Other companies like Mobileye or Aurora that we cover take a completely different approach. And one of your previous guests mentioned that Tesla is not an AI company. We think they are the AI company because ultimately, real world AI is about self-driving. You're literally taking AI to navigate a vehicle from one place to the other. There's no more.
Although Tesla may experience a lot of hiccups as it aims to scale Cybertruck production, there are still a number of reasons as to why it will be profitable. One of them is the high demand and interest from consumers. Already, there are over 1 million reservations for the truck and more still to come. Likewise, the potential for cost saving and efficiency gains from the Cybertruck's design and materials could reduce the need for paint, bodywork, and maintenance. And if we critically evaluate the potential of the Cybertruck, it is evident that this is an opportunity to tap into the lucrative growth and growing market of pickup truck sales, especially in the US, where they're the most popular vehicle segment. Overall, we think the Cybertruck could appeal to both traditional truck buyers and new consumers who are looking for a futuristic and eco-friendly vehicle. However, while this is the thought of many Tesla bulls, and even the Tesla Cybertruck remains a bold and innovative product that could revolutionize the electric vehicle industry, it's also important to note that it does face some serious challenges in terms of production and profitability. And Tesla will have to overcome these obstacles and deliver on its promises to make the Cybertruck a successful and profitable product. While it is uncertain what the future does hold for Tesla, it is obvious that the automaker still got a lot in the works to have it make up for an amazing 2024. What do you think about Tesla's growth in 2024? Let us know down below, and don't forget to tell us what your price target for Tesla is. And if you want to know what Tesla's been up to over the last few days, go ahead and click on this next video on your screen. See you there.